Hello everybody and welcome to my Hadestown shadowing project. I am Jack Griffith and I decided to do the lighting design job. So, first off, what does a lighting designer do? They design the lights. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but they design the lights while thinking of colors, mood, atmosphere, and the actual set going on, that stuff. First box, check. So, my planning and research, one of the main ways I did was during the, tour of Hadestown that I went and saw in the Sanger. I took inspiration from that for some of my lighting choices, while also looking up, pictures of the shows, watching slime tutorials of scenes, legally, 100%, and so I tried to make it somewhat similar to the Broadway version while also trying to incorporate some of Mandeville High's stuff so that it wasn't just a carbon copy. And if that isn't research and planning, I don't know what is. Okay, now let's get to my actual, new innovative lighting choices. So, I did 3 songs, and I'm just gonna go through them one at a time, and really go into depth on chant, since that is what I have my lighting cue sheet for, that I will pass around during it. So, first I decided to do Living It Up on Top. The color palette for this song is as shown. And you know what? Let's get the background on it. Thank you, helpful editor. Oh, you're so welcome, Jack. You're the best editor. I wish I had you on my Film Fest team. So, in Living Up on Top, it wasn't so much the color as that changes during the song, because while Persephone is singing, I decided to have a slight green tint from the little RGB lights above the stage, since she's green, and green represents spring, hope, growth, all of that. But one other choice I made was the intensity of the lighting. Before Persephone gets here, during Orpheus's speech on the side of the stage, I decided to dim the lights a little, not so that it's dark, but so that it's not bright, because it reflects the mood of the scene, which is just a more bleak, a more downcast, depressed moment. And then when Persephone comes back, the lights get brighter and slightly green, and then when it kicks it to the end, they also get bright and green, just to reflect the mood of the scene. So, as opposed to color, I'm more so focused on intensity of the lighting in order to parallel the mood of this song. Okay, the next song I did was Chant, as you've heard in the background of this number, and the color palette, the 3 colors that I decided to focus on, are shown here. Helpful editor, would you mind getting on that and just putting it on there? Wow, you must be really attractive. So, in Chant, one of the main choices I made was actually with the lighting trees we have. I decided that during Epic 2, the workers that come out, like me, Darcy, us 6, would flip those around to the audience. I got this inspiration from the Broadway, which has, actual lights in the background that, blind the audience, and I feel like we're not blinding the audience enough, because I was so uncomfortable sitting there and I just couldn't see. So, why did we flip these around? It's because they look like work lights, picture shown. These are used in construction sites, mines, places of hard work, which directly reflects Hadestown. Also, with the flashing, it makes more sense to call it a neon necropolis enchant than it does now, where it's just kinda bright, but not really. I decided to tint the stage red because red is Hades' color, it's blood. It's one of the main colors of the show, and it definitely fits enchant. It's associated with the underworld, which they're in right now, so I think it's great. Other elements I used for this were isolated lighting, which I will define as just a singular beam of light on somebody, as opposed to a spotlight, which I did also use. For this one, I'm going to actually have the help of my cast members in demonstrating it. So I'm going to invite hello worker number 576, hello Eurydice, hello Orpheus, hello Persephone, hello Hades.
Hello, Mario.
Oh, okay. I'm going to play the song as I pass around the cue sheet in just significant moments. I'm not going to repeat a lot of stuff. There are motifs where on the kss, I will sometimes flash the lights, but I'm not gonna show every single moment I flash the light, since it's the same every single time. So it is as follows.
coldest time of year. Why is it so hot down here? Hotter than a crucible. It ain't right and it ain't natural.
Lover, you were gone so long. Lover, I was lonesome, so I built a foundry.
La 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 la. Looking high and looking low for the food and fire. What I know we need to find, and I am keeping one eye on the sky and trying to trust that the song he's working on is gonna shelter us from the wind, the wind. In the darkest time of year,
He did not see the storm coming on.
Black gold flows in the world down below. Enter dark clouds roll in the one up above.
Look up.
And that is the reason we're on this road. And the seasons are wrong. And the wind is so strong. That's why times are so hard. It's because of the gods. The gods have forgotten the song of their love. Singing la 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 la. Keep your head low. Oh, you gotta keep your head low.
Think of them as my embrace of you.
Wow. Thank you to the lovely cast of Hadestown for helping me demonstrate some of my lighting cues. Now I'm moving on to the final song I selected, Doubt Comes In. This song isn't like as intense with like cues or different stuff like that. It's more so the mood that's created. So I decided to, let me show off my color palette. Here it is, beautiful. Editor, let's get on that. You're just so perfect, editor. Anyway, I decided to go with this like sea-sickly kind of green. I couldn't get the exact color I wanted because I think it looks really good with like lights conceptually. I couldn't get like the exact shade I was thinking of, but it's something like this, and I decided to do this seasick green as opposed to like springy green because it's supposed to create contrast with living up on top where there's a lot of hope, but now the fates are like playing with that hope. It's a false hope. Orpheus can't really change his destiny. He can't. I decided to use a spotlight on Orpheus since he's isolated, then drop it when the fates come in with their lights. And then at the very end, whenever Orpheus looks back, every light is cut except for isolated lighting above Orpheus and Eurydice. Because I think this is just such a strong moment. There's no need for the rest of the stage to even be there, honestly. I don't think a spotlight would have done it as well as like, kind of like a prison interrogation room was the vibe I was going for, just like that cold, isolated, just alone feeling. And then, of course, Eurydice gets dragged off. Alright, so that was my Hadestown shadowing project, or I guess not shadowing since I did lighting. Haha, get it? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed my ideas, and if you have any questions on anything, I would be more than happy to go into detail on any of them. Until then, keep your heads low, jack out.